To come, Maxie, whether you're liking one that's already won out over this trip, or there's a whole bunch of them stepping up to the trip.
So a few queries. Good support for Chernak, 5 into $4.80 because he will run the distance. I'm going to go with one sort of venturing to this trip for the first time, and that's number 10, Miss Keeler. Not many think that she'll run it because she's been weak in the market. 7 out, 2.5 points to $9.50. But now $10, so they're rushing to try and get her out. But I just felt with Andrew Mallion on and a good draw, she's very fit and she's racing well without luck up here. So I'm willing to take a gamble on her and have something on her each way. Chernak, definitely number 6. I just wish this was 22 or even 24. I'd be a bit more confident, but it was such a strong win last start in easier company. This is a bit harder, but it was almost 6 lengths to winning margin. Starzam, and then I'm putting in number 12, Chayse Artie, who went out onto the track early. He's bumped into a couple of handy ones at his past couple. 2 ago, he was third behind the Oaks winner, Amakura, and then last start, he was 4th behind Brookhaven, who performed quite well in the 3-year-old male classic races. So form around Chayse Artie is quite good. He too has to see out the 2040.
I've gone the way of Chernak. I loved his win, and I don't think the class difference is going to be too much of a problem. He looked fabulous, actually, in the yard. So he is on top for me. His stablemate is the Danger Carbonetti, Inuwashi in there for 3rd, and Starzam having a crack at the trip for the first time. So 6, 9, 8, and 3. Don?
Here, Chernak had been best backed for the majority of the preview of the race there, certainly through the mounting yard, was $4. Was hung out to $4.80, is now back into $4.40. If you are following the late money, it's with Carbonetti here. Not a huge fluctuation here late. It's $5.50 back into $5. Did open today at $7, mind you, but $5 here now, Carbonetti. It's been the recipient of big late investment, including another bet just moments ago of $1,500 written with a tab at $5, Carbonetti. Inuwashi, well, never really had fans. $4.20 now out to $5.50. There's quite a few runners better backed than it. And Chayse Artie's been specced here. Early market's $14. Open today $7.50. Now into $5.50. But best backed here with the tab is Carbonetti ahead of Chernak and Chayse Artie. Here's David Fowler.
Rail position today, this distance 2,040 metres. Emperor won the previous race. He looked good, Emperor. He ran time too. New class record, 1:4:15. So they're starting to fill the gates well for the 5th race. Lining up well. CRS has gone in. Miss Keeler has gone up. Kiss My Millo goes forward. Let's have a last look at this betting board on tab. Starzam, first go at the distance and weaken the market out to 650. Chernak got to probably about a best of 5. Now tightening up all the time. $4.20. Will run the favourite when the starter says go. Inuwashi, a little soft at $5.50. Carbonetti, firm at 5. Miss Keeler, some support into 9. And certainly support Chayse Artie into 6. So it's $4.20 the field. Chernak and Chayse Artie overall are the best back pair. Now about half the field in. As I was mentioning, Emperor, he not only won well, but he ran sharp time, 1:4:15, which was a new class record. So Matt Dunn suggesting he might go to a highway race in Sydney in the next few weeks. We'll watch out for him there. Now here's Starzam about to come up. First try at the middle distance, coming off a mile win here last time out. CJ Graham rides, and she rode him that day, and she rode him well. So most of these are in. Kyrie to come up to a wide gate. Of course, the Racing Carnival, the Queensland Racing Carnival, turns to Ipswich on Saturday. And this outstanding winter weather likely to continue. 9 races at Ipswich on Saturday. Last few coming up now. Bring the Stars about to move in. Inuwashi goes up. Grecian, Lassen, Kyrie, they'll be the last 2. And then the starter will be in a position to dispatch the field for race 5. We're at the halfway mark. First leg of the main quaddie. And a race brimful of chances. The map is interesting as in terms of pace. Grecian Lash should roll forward. Kyber generally rolls forward. They're drawn off the track, so they're probably committed to go forward. Now, there's one a bit toey in the gates, drawn wider of centre field. Just can't see the jockey. Kyber's still out of line. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's edgy in the gates. Might be Carbonetti. Yeah, it was Carbonetti. You can see Orman there now. They're just trying to steady Carbonetti down. Meanwhile, Kyber waiting its turn. So we're just on hold. No jumpers yet as they're concentrating their efforts on Carbonetti to try and relax him. There's another one out of line as well. Inuwashi's out of line, so we're not 100% as yet. We need Inuwashi and Kyber to move up. We need Carbonetti to settle down. Now, some news coming through from Stewart's broadcast. Thank you. Advice from Stewart's. Carbonetti is now undergoing the eye of the vet. So he's been released from the gates. He's an in-market runner too, Carbonetti. $5 on tab, so he's up towards the top of the betting market, but currently undergoing the eye of the veterinary surgeon. These other two still out of line, Inuwashi and Kyber. So we're now minus 4 minutes for this race, so running late for the first leg of the main quaddie. But we'll have news shortly regarding Carbonetti. I can see Jimmy Orman there. Is he about to get back in the saddle? Looks like he may. Most of these have been locked and loaded for some time now. Just waiting to see which way the vet goes, yay or nay. Yes or no. She's on the two-way now. Now, it may well be coming out. In fact, it is. It's been unsaddled. So it's going to be a late scratching. We'll just have that confirmed. Broadcast. Thank you. Carbonetti is a late scratching. It's out. Obviously, played up at the gates, so his backers will have to wait for another day. There will be deductions because Carbonetti was in the market at $5. Now, Bring the Stars goes up. Kyber goes in, and now we're set to see them go in the fifth of the day, 2,040 metres. Starter turns on the red light, no delay, they're off and racing. Ceres and Miss Keeler began well with Deel of Humour, but getting out better was Chayse and Artie. He's got a bit of tone today, Chayse and Artie. Starzam rolls forward, as does Grecian Lass. They're the first three, and Kyber right down the outside. They reach the winning post with a lap left to go. Starzam joined by Grecian Lass outside the pair, Kyber, and Chayse and Artie just behind them with Ceres. Relucent going forward, trying to find a position within the first 400 or 500 metres. Miss Keeler drifting back, then Bring the Stars, Kiss My Millow, Deel of Humour, Inuwashi second last, and the favourite Shernak. Shernak settles down Stone Motherless last. They work along the side, 1,400 metres left to Rada, and Grecian Lass works away to the lead. Kyber travels in second, and CJ Graham's done a good job with Starzam. First go at the middle distance today, but box seats. Relucent 3 wide, and Chayse and Artie, he's travelling fifth, and those blue and white colours went off the fence. Then another line of 3. Bring the Stars caught wide with no cover around Miss Keeler and Ceres. And then another line of 3. Inuwashi covering ground but has cover. Deel of Humour the centre, inside the bear, Kiss My Millow, and Shernak just biding its time at the tail end. 900 metres from the judge, Grecian Lass 3/4 Kyber. Relucent will sleep well, 3 wide, has been there from the get-go. Starzam in fourth, Chayse and Artie in fifth, and they continue to have good runs. Then Bring the Stars, Miss Keeler, Ceres, Inuwashi starts to get a move on, passing a few, going to midfield, then Deel of Humour. Shernak on the way forward, but with work to do, and Kiss My Millow whips them in. The field more compact now, 500 metres out. Sprint going on, Grecian Lass and Kyber striding together from Relucent. Inuwashi coming up 4 and 5 wide. Starzam needs room to move. So does Chayse and Artie, and room came. A gap came, and all of a sudden he challenges. In the straight, Kyber went to the lead. Chayse and Artie on the outside, the danger. Inuwashi is boxing away outside the pair, and further back came Shernak. Inuwashi and Chayse and Artie, they pair off. Miss Keeler up to third, then Shernak. Inuwashi the outside, Chayse and Artie the inside. Inuwashi and Chayse and Artie. Inuwashi a bit too good in a stirring go. Beat home Chayse and Artie. Miss Keeler was third. Fourth, either Shernak or Deel of Humour. Then a gap to Relucent. Kyrie Starzam didn't get the trip. Then Bring the Stars, Grecian Lass, Kiss My Minnow, and CRS last over the line.
Well, it was neck and neck at the 200 metres. Chase so gallant, but it's Inuwashi for Ben Thompson that gets it done, wins by a neck. 570 is the tote return, and that is the first leg of the quaddie done and dusted. All right, we need to turn our attention back to Randwick now. $3.80 the field. Sky out the favourite here. Oz Legend on the second line of betting at $4.20. There has been some support for Fungahu and also herself for the stable of John O'Shea. Let's get to the mounting yard. Here's Ben Way.